What up? Hey, what up? What up? Hey, what up? What up? Hey, what up? What up? Hey, what up?
What up, though, Field G's, and welcome back to Luke G's Field Review. We are back at it again, this time doing a comparison. Well, this is going to be an interesting comparison because this comparison is going to be putting Bob Quinn up against the former general managers of Detroit and the likes of Martin Mayhew and Matt Millen. Now, to be fair, Bob Quinn has only had the pleasure of having a total of 4 drafts, since he came here. I'm sorry, 3 drafts, my apologies. This is his 4th season, so he's got 3 drafts. So, we're only going to examine the first 3 people. Let's get it. As you can see right here, they both come out and do something very interesting. They come out and take offensive tackles, and it's interesting to see that Matt Millen come out and take Jeff Backus, who had a very long career with the Detroit Lions. Wasn't the most consistent, but Taylor Decker is also in that same boat. The difference is they took him in 2001 at 18 for Jeff Backus, and in 2016 they took him at pick 16. Now, it gets even more interesting because you're going to start to see a little bit of a pattern, and I do not want you to be alarmed because these trends do not continue on after there. They come out in the 2nd round for Matt Millen. He takes Dominic Raiola in the 2nd round with the 50th pick. And what happens with Graham Glasgow? He takes defensive tackle A'Shawn Robertson. Now, you may be saying, well, what's so important about that? Because the Detroit Lions took Shaun Rogers that year with the 61st pick. So they both end up getting tackles. They both end up getting defensive tackles. They both got centers. We took Graham Glasgow in the 3rd. They took Dominic Raiola in the 2nd. Now, in the 5th, Matt Millen takes Scotty Anderson. And in terms of the Detroit, in his 5th, he takes Joe Dow, guard, and Antoine Williams, linebacker. Now, the one pick that Bob Quinn has said is stupid is this one right here. He has notably repeated over and over that this is stupid. But the biggest difference is the number of picks, okay? I want you to be able to pay attention to it because they had 6 picks in 2001. And in 2016, as you can see here, by the way, let me just give you this quick disclaimer. If they are in bold, like how that is, if they're in bold like this, they are still active in the NFL. So either they're not on the Lions, okay? All right, so with that being said, Matt Millen's first draft, he had 6 picks. He did a lot of trading and willing and dealing, and Bob Quinn comes in and he has 10 picks. Now, let's take a little bit look at the 2nd year, because now we're going to start to see some things that's going to jump out that many of us is not going to want to admit, okay? And that is Bob Quinn might be the best general manager we ever had. In 2002, they take Joey Harrington with the 1st pick, 3rd overall. Bob Quinn, 2nd season, they take Jared Davis with the 21st pick in 2017. As you can see, Joey Harrington is not in the league anymore, which is no surprise there. In the 2nd round, they take Kimber Edwards. Okay. As you can see, we took Teez Tabor. They took Andre Goodman. We took Kenny Galladay. They took John Taylor. We took Jalen Reeves-Maybin. Long story short, if you look at just over here at Matt Millen's picks, just these picks right here, a lot of these guys were out of the league relatively quick. Joey Harrington was out in 2007. Kemba Walker was out in 2008. Andre Goodman was out 2011. Taylor never even got on the field. No joke, not making this up. John Owens was out 2009. Chris Cash out 2005. Luke Staley. Poor Luke. I mean, it's bad. Nonetheless, they have tried to do their best under Matt Millen. And again, I still think I prefer Bob Quinn's draft better. Now, here's the thing, people. This is when we start to get into the nuts and bolts, because year 3, you're hoping you can see an identity. In year 3 for Matt Millen, he takes Charles Rogers, wide receiver out of Michigan State, number 2 overall. And again, we're picking 20 of people. We're not picking high. You're gonna notice that's another trend. Didn't like the pick when they took it. I thought it was stupid. And they took Boss Bailey in the second round. I thought, okay, he should be okay if he's in the 3-4, but overall, I think he was Corey Redden, Archus Penner, no. Terrence Hope, no. James Davis, no. David Kirkus, no. Ben Johnson, no. Blue. I mean, look at these names on here. Do y'all remember anybody besides the first 4 picks from this draft? And the 4th one is even forgettable. Okay? When you look at people on this team, yes, there's some people there, but Frank Ragnar's doing okay. Kerryon Johnson looks like he's going to be just fine. Tracy Walker's going to get his chance to contribute, but he's been okay. And granted, it's still early for him. But now we get to go and we get to take a look. Okay? We're going to take a look at Martin Mayhew. So, Martin Mayhew, first draft, started right here. And you're going to notice some things, people. Some things that you may not want to notice, but it is the reality. Right here, first pick, tackle. See, I don't have a problem with it being a tackle, but it needs to be the right tackle. Who was gosh this Charterloos? And what was he supposed to be known for? Like, in all honesty. Well, we took Taylor Decker. They take Jordan Dizon in the second round. We take Ashawn Robinson. They take Kevin Smith. We take Graham Glasgow. I mean, if you really look at this team, the best picks from this team, from this draft under Martin Mayhew, was a guy that they didn't even put in the game right off the back, and that's Cliff Averill. Landon Cohen, nope. Jerome Felton was okay. Kenny Moore, Andre Fluellen, nope. Kevin Smith, nope. Jordan. I mean, he really came out, in all honesty, for Martin Mayhew in 2008 with 1, maybe 2 starters, and Jerome Felton playing fullback and Cliff Averill playing DN, and it took him forever to put them in. Okay, he came out with 1, 2, 3, 4 starters. I mean, so right there, he's still winning, people. When we go to his second year and we compare it to Martin Mayhew, man. Martin Mayhew in 2008 take Matthew Stafford. Good pickup, not too bad. Brandon Pettigrew, no. Louis Delmas, very good pickup. DeAndre Levy, very good pickup. Derrick Williams, Sammy Lee Hill, Aaron Brown, Landon Martha, Zach Follett, Dan Gronkowski, which is Rob Gronkowski's brother. So he walks out with 3 starters out of this. And here's the worst part about it. They didn't even put DeAndre Levy in like they were supposed to. Now, if you go back to that season, they didn't, and somebody gonna say, well, they started Brandon Pettigrew. No, they didn't. They had another tight end in there, then they started easing them in. They didn't start him that year. We're just looking at the first couple of years. So when we go through and we go to his 3rd season. Now let me just tell y'all something. This 3rd season, I was very confident in what I saw out of Mr. Martin Mayhew but then I came to this conclusion. When you're picking, and I want you to understand something, people, all right? Let me just go back and show you something. He got here in 2008. They was picking 17th. 17th. The next year, they had the 1st overall pick. Now, you may say to yourself, well, how's that possible, Luke? Because they went 0-16 after going 4-0 in preseason. Okay? And the very next season, they get the 2nd overall pick. And he takes Ndamukong Suh. Love the pick. There was no way you can get this pick wrong. Then you look up, and then it's Javid Best. I love the Javid Best pick if he didn't have concussion issues. But after that Javid Best pick, it got real suspect. Amari Spivey, jokes. Jason Fox, jokes. Willie Young, I mean, he's a role player. So you essentially walked out with 1.5 starters. And you may say, well, who was the half? Javid Best. He stayed hurt, was never healthy. And the second year of, in the 3rd year for Bob Quinn, he had Frank Ragnow, starter. Kerryon Johnson, I'm going to give him a starter tag because I just felt like, you know, you saw a difference in the team when they put him in, but if you want to take him out, fine. But look at the role players he got. Tracy Walker contributed immediately. Deshaun Hand contributed immediately. Terrell Crosby contributed immediately. And Nick Baldwin got hurt. You go to Tim Toon. Tim Toon was Willie Young didn't even contribute like that. It was late on. All right? It was like, you know, like maybe a year or a year and a half after he got drafted. Okay. Javid Best, you know, the dude played 2 seasons. He was out of the league by that point. But the thing I want you to look at is, in his drafts, all those people are out of the league, except for Matthew Stafford and Ndamukong Suh. And you look at these drafts that they have, if we were to even go just one more season, how many starters do you think are in here, people? I'm going to say 1, 2. I'll even dare it and say he's probably going to make the starter spot. So we'll give him 2 in a possible, right? They came out with 1 starter, a role player, a guy who got hurt. I still don't know what this pick was about. And who is this guy? And why? And so these are the things that you got to see. Even if you were to compare, even if you were to go back and compare Matt Millen's 4th draft, it doesn't add up, okay? He took Roy Williams, okay. Calvin Jones, I was okay with Calvin Jones, but they didn't give an offensive line assistance and he didn't make it. But then you come out and take Teddy Lehman. What? You know, Teddy Lehman was You know, you take Keith Smith. What? Alex Lewis. What? Kelly Butler. What? Come on, people. I know we have better options than this. So to me, if you was curious to take a look at this, I just want you to be able to see it. Bob Quinn is already ahead of the 2 previous general manager regimes. If you disagree, don't like what I said, or just feel like showing me a little extra love, please do so. Leave your comments in the comment section. Please hit that like, subscribe, and notification bell, and let's have a healthy, intelligent conversation. But until next time, I leave you with this great piece of advice. Don't be no chump. Please do your research.